This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk, sitting here in the warm Panther wrestling room with UNI head coach Doug Schwab. Some big news for you, some even bigger news for the sport of wrestling, getting reinstated for the Olympics. Talk about that battle and what went into it to get the sport of wrestling back into the Olympics where it needed to be.
I mean, we got united, you know, and we got some change of leadership, which was needed. Some leadership of FILA kind of put us in this position, and they made the necessary adjustments in 7 months where you're not sure if wrestling's going to be in 2020 and beyond. I think really united everybody for that cause, and how can we make the sport better, and then how can we continue to advance it. I mean, I watched kind of each sport have their thing, and then we got to wrestling. They asked 7 or 8 questions, and they pretty much outlined what we need to do as a sport to continue to keep it in 2024, because we're to 2024. So everybody's like, well, yeah, you're back, but we want to make it a core sport again, so it's never touched. Yeah. So we never think about it, and we had to stay more modern, which to me is continuing to do the things as far as social media and be more present every day. Instead of when the Olympics come around, then you hear about wrestling. Trying to make it more present, more accessible, and understanding to a fan. If you watch and you don't know wrestling, you can still understand what's going on, yeah. and you can get involved in that. So it just shows how strong and resilient wrestling people are, and we weren't going to take no for an answer. We were going to find a way to get back, and we're back, and now we just got to continue to improve the sport. That's
the thing. It's a turning point now for the sport of wrestling. You feel like it. A wake-up call to head a new direction?
100% a wake-up call, and it was a good thing that's all it was. Like I said, things are outlined pretty well right now, and if we don't answer those shots, then it's on us, and we probably deserve not to be in the Olympics anymore. But I know that we're a stronger sport now than we were 7 months ago, and that's a great thing. For me being a wrestling coach and having a couple young guys that potentially want to be in the Olympics, we kept that dream alive. They can wake up. And I said I wanted to wake up again every morning knowing that dream's still alive for my athletes or for kids all around the world.
Let's talk about Jim Miller, a Panther alum who's done so much for the sport of wrestling here in the Cedar Valley, former Wartburg coach, honored Jim Miller Day in Waterloo recently. No bigger Panther than Jim Miller.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, he's been a huge asset to me as a mentor, being able to lean on him and ask him a lot of questions. And from day one, he's been at events. His presence is felt. Being part of UNI wrestling, even though he's been the coach at Wartburg for. He's a coach at Wartburg for 20 years, had 10 national championships. He still has stayed part Panther, and we appreciate everything that he does and will continue to do for our program. But it was great to have Jim Miller Day and have him recognized like that. Being a Waterloo boy, being recognized in Waterloo and in the Cedar Valley was a great day for him, and they had a great event over at the museum for him to honor him. So we can't really honor that guy enough.
Very well deserved. Talk about your summer and the amount of work that went in and what your team's doing right now to get ready for the start of wrestling season, Coach.
Guys were around. They were working jobs, and they were doing things necessary to make the jump to be All-Americans, to be national champions next year. We've talked to our team a lot about shrinking the number. So shrinking the number means, we were 15th this year. We want to make that even smaller. We had the guy that Ron Loader was 7th. He wants to shrink that number. He wants it to be even smaller. And guys have done the things necessary to make that jump. And I think people think, well, okay, you're back in school. Now you're going to start working out again. You're going to get back to it. I mean, guys, since March, guys have been doing the things so they're ready for next March. And this was by far the best spring and summer that I've had since I've been here. Just guys committing to making it a lifestyle and making it year-round, and that's exciting to me because guys are taking ownership of the program, and we're going to see a better product out on the mat because of that.
We're excited for that. And I know that you give back to the community a lot and speak at a lot of events. Why is it important for you to get your name and face out there for Panther Wrestling and for UNI Panther Athletics?
It's more than just me. I mean, I'm representing more than just me when I'm representing the university, but when people think about UNI and they think about wrestling, I want them to think like, man, those guys, they're representing the program well. They're taking care of all aspects of it. But I like getting out in front of people because hopefully they feel some energy, they feel some passion, they feel a connection to want to come out to a meet. They feel a connection to want to to donate to the Panther Scholarship Club. They feel a connection with some of our guys, and they want to be involved any way that they can, you know. So that's why I want to get out to people, because I want them to feel the energy and passion that I have, and have that rub off on them, and have them get here, if anything, just make some noise when we compete, you know.
Well, thanks for all you do for the wrestling and the university,
Coach.
Back to more PST right after this.